Have you, as a mom, ever looked at yourself and asked yourself this very important question? Where did the confident woman you used to be, where did she go to? Now, a lot of us are battling with confidence, lack of confidence. A lot of us are struggling with self-doubt, with fear. Most of us as moms cannot recognize ourselves anymore. Now, motherhood is a beautiful journey. Motherhood is a beautiful experience. But motherhood can be one of those journeys you will go through that can shake your identity as a mom, that can shake your confidence as a mom. And most of us as moms, we find ourselves in this space, in this position where our confidence is affected because we are moms. Now, a lot of us have a lot of things to do. Probably you have a lot of responsibility. Yes, as a mom, you need to take care of the home, take care of your children, take care of everyone, your husband, and a lot of things. And a good number of us lose ourselves in the bid of carrying out all these responsibilities. But the truth is that God has not called you to lose your confidence because you are a mother. Rather, God has called you to steward that position of you being a mom, such that that position is used as a blessing to yourself, to your world at large. Now, if you're thinking, oh, I used to be a very confident woman, I can't recognize myself again, I'm here to tell you that that confident version of yours is not lost. That confident version of yours is still on the inside of you, waiting for you to reawaken it. That confident version of you is still on the inside of you, waiting for you to rise up. Now, what is confidence? Confidence is not you being perfect as a mother. Confidence is not you having everything all figured out, all sorted out, all put together. No. Confidence is not you being arrogant. But confidence is trusting who God says you are. Do you even know who God says you are as a mother? Do you know who God says you are as a woman? God has called you. Your identity, everything about you was formed even before you were born, even before you became a mom. Do you recognize who you are? Now, most of us, we are not even sure of who we are. But we must remember that our confidence comes from God. Confidence is you as a mom knowing that your value comes from God. Confidence is it's you trusting in God, putting your strength, your weakness, everything in God. And confidence is when you begin to walk boldly in that space, in that your role, in that your position as a mom. Now, a confident mom does not fear the future because she trusts God. Are you scared of the future? Most of us as moms, we are scared of the future. We are unsettled. We are constantly thinking, constantly worrying what is going to happen. But the truth is that if you are confident, if you understand who God has called you to be, you need not be scared of the future, because your source, which is God, owns the future. Now, we must remember as moms that we can do all things through Christ who strengthens us. So as a mom, are you doubting yourself? Are you struggling with fear? Are you struggling with anything? What is that thing you're struggling with? What is that challenge you're going through that is making you lose your confidence, that is making you to shrink? I'm here to tell you that you can do all things through Christ who strengthens you. So God has seen you as a mother. God has seen that position, that space where you are, that role. He has given it to you for you to steward it. He has given it to you for you to be a blessing as a mother. Now we're going to share some stories of some great women in the Bible. Now, women that we can learn from them, how confident they were. Let's talk about the story of Esther. Now remember the story of Queen Esther in the Bible when she was meant to stand before her husband to speak for her people. She was afraid. She was unsure. She was uncertain. In fact, she felt she was not qualified to go stand and speak for her people in front of the king. But Esther stepped into courage, and that is the courage we as moms were expected to embrace. That is the courage we're expected to step into. And when Esther stepped into that courage, she changed history. As a mom, are you ready to change your history? Are you ready to change your generational story? If you are, you must step out from that place where you're scared, where you're doubting yourself, and begin to embrace your confidence and begin to act or begin to do what you were expected to do. Begin to do that which God has called you to do. Now, your confidence may not just change your life, but your confidence will change the life of your children, the future, the generation of your home. Let's also talk about the story of Ruth in the Bible. Ruth was confident even when she had to step into a new season. When she had to step into a new season of staying with her mother-in-law, she was uncertain, but she stepped into that season. Now, the truth is that as a mom, you must have an open mind to step into those seasons. What season are you currently going through? Because we all go through different seasons. Do you have an open mind? Do you have an open mind, just believing and trusting in the God that has called you into that role, into that position? Now, most of us feel we're worried, we're scared, we're uncertain about the future. But as a confident mom, you are called to have an open life, open mind. Even when life changes, even when things happen, the truth is that God is still rewriting your story. So in your space, in your role, whatever you are doing, God is rewriting your story. All you need to do is to step out in confidence, is to step out courageously and begin to do that which God has called you to be. Finally, let us learn from the story of Mary in the Bible. Mary was a young lady, and the angel appeared to her and told her she was going to give birth to Jesus. She was going to conceive a son. I'm sure Mary was probably overwhelmed. She was a young lady. Probably she was scared, uncertain, but she stepped into faith and she said yes to God. She was confident. Even when you don't feel ready as a mom, you need to step out and tell yourself you are confident and you need to do that which God has called you to do. Now, what are some of the reasons why a lot of moms lose their confidence? Now, most of us as moms, we are constantly asking this question: am I good enough? Am I enough? Am I worthy? Am I okay? Some of us feel lost in ourselves. Some of us cannot recognize ourselves anymore. Probably you had great dreams to go to school, to further your education, to do a business, to do one thing or the other. But you just find out that somehow you are stuck as a mom. And you ask yourself this question: can I recognize myself? Most of us find ourselves comparing with other moms. You compare different things and it starts to make you feel insecure. You start to lose your confidence by comparing. Most of us as moms, we doubt everything we do. Are you in that space where you feel what you do is not good enough, but what the next person does, what the next person is doing, that is what is good enough? Now, what are some of the causes of loss of confidence? Number one, identity loss after motherhood. Most moms lose their identity after motherhood. You just tell yourself, oh, I'm just a mom. That is all there is to me. But the truth is that you are more than a mom. Your role as a mom is a platform for you to elevate, for you to steward, and for you to unleash that which God has put on the inside of you. Another reason why most of us lose our confidence is because of the comparison culture. Even in this day and time, there is so much pressure from friends, from family, from neighbors, from social media. And most of us as moms, we find ourselves in that space where we are constantly comparing. When you start to compare, somehow it affects your confidence. Another reason why a good number of us lose our confidence is because of exhaustion and overwhelm. Probably you're overwhelmed, you are tired, you're exhausted, you have a lot of things happening around you. It's going to affect your confidence. So it's something you need to be intentional about and start to watch. Another reason why a good number of moms lose their confidence is because of fear. Fear of different things, fear of failure. Most of us are so scared of failing that we don't even try. Most of us are so scared of failing that we don't want to step out. We just want to stay in our comfort zone. We just tell ourselves things like, I'm a mom, I'm okay, I'm fine, my children are fine, family is fine. You don't want to step out because of fear. It affects your confidence. Another cause of loss of confidence is negative self-talk. What do you say to yourself when you are alone? What are the voices going in your head? We must learn to speak positively to ourselves, because when you constantly bring yourself down, when you constantly criticize yourself, it affects your confidence. So in practical ways, what are the things we can begin to do to build our confidence as moms? Number one, you must rediscover your identity. You're not just a mom, you are more than a mom. You are chosen. You are called. You are equipped by God. The Bible says you are a royal priesthood. Even before you became a mom, you are a daughter of God. You are a child of God. God knew you, so you must rediscover your identity for you to overcome the challenge or the problem of confidence. The second thing we need to do is to silence the voice of self-doubt. Most of us constantly allow self-doubt to just anchor everything we do. But we must silence that voice of self-doubt for us to be confident. Self-doubt will tell you like things like, I am not enough, I am not worthy. But when those voices come, you counter those voices with the truth in the Bible. So for example, when a voice says you're not worthy, you speak to that voice and say you are fearfully and wonderfully made. So you must silence the voice of self-doubt to boost your confidence. Another way we can boost our confidence is to replace our fears with our faith. Confidence grows where faith grows. The truth is that the more you trust in God, the more you study your Bible, the more you have a stronger and a personal relationship with God, it helps to reduce your fear. It helps to make you feel at ease, at peace. So what are your fears as a mom? What are those things you're scared of? What are those things that goes through your mind? You don't want to speak to someone about it. You must replace those fears with faith. Then the other thing you can do to boost your confidence is to speak life over yourself. The truth is that words build us. What are you speaking to yourself? What words are you speaking to yourself? You must intentionally speak life to yourself to boost your confidence as a mom. Speak to yourself. Affirm yourself on a daily basis. Tell yourself you are the mom God has chosen for your children. You are the best mother for the job. You are the best woman for that job. Because you've carried your child, you're raising them. God has kept you in that space, in that role. You are the best woman for the job. Tell yourself you are equipped for motherhood. Everything it takes to be a mother and more. Tell yourself you are equipped. Speak to yourself this way. The other thing we can do is to affirm ourselves. Tell yourself you are strong. Say, I am capable. I am guided by God. I have all it takes to achieve what I need to achieve. Refuse comparison. Refuse to live in comparison. Refuse to compare your process with the next person, because our confidence comes from God. We all have different paths, different purpose. So why compare yourself? Now ask yourself this question as a mom. When did you begin doubting yourself? When did you start to tell yourself things like, I am not worthy, I am not enough? What would life look like when you regain your confidence as a mom. That is why we're here. That is why we're having this conversation. And you have the power to reclaim this confidence because it's still embedded on the inside of you. So all you need to do is to choose to trust yourself again as a mom. Is to choose to realign your identity with your source, our source, which is God. All you need to do is to make a decision to begin to walk in confidence. And the truth is that when you walk in confidence, it trickles down to everyone and everybody, everyone, everything around you. Your children start to become confident. Everyone around you start to be confident because you're on that journey of working on yourself. When you're a confident mom, you will definitely raise children that are confident. You will build generation of families that are confident. So the truth is that confidence is not just all about you. It's about your generation. It's about your children, the people coming after you. So all you need to do is to tell yourself, I choose today, I decide, I make this decision to walk in confidence. Tell yourself you're going to stop living in self-doubt. You're going to embrace the confident woman that God has called you to be. We must remember, confidence is not about you being perfect. No. It's not about perfection. It is not about getting everything all sorted, all figured out. Confidence is about believing that the God who called you to be a mom will empower you with everything it takes to strive, to thrive in that position. God will empower you with everything it takes to succeed in that position and more. So remember, you are a confident woman. Remember, you are here on a mission. You are here to impact, to add value, and you can achieve all this when you begin to embrace your identity as a mom and begin to live in confidence. Thank you very much for joining me today. I believe you've got value for your time. Please like this video, share this video, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. My name is Chioma Ojikolo. Thank you for joining me today. Please join us on Facebook and Instagram. We're there, and YouTube at the Confident Mom Academy. Till I come your way next time, do have a great day and bye.